Last year, as Adrien mentioned, we had this roadshow for the Labour Pact. And I think with the success of this roadshow, we decided that it's important to continue this year. Why? Especially after this crisis, it's important for the recovery of the economy in Romania to continue to work on the Labour Pact and the measures to help the economy to recover. And I will mention a few of that. First of all, I will say a few words about our industry, the oil and gas industry, during this pandemic crisis. We have been through one of the major crises for our industry since many years. First of all, because before the crisis, oil and gas prices went at the lowest point since many years, and then the demand completely crashed with the pandemic. So we have the both impact on our industry, which has been very severe. And in this context, I'm very proud that our industry in Romania managed to continue the security of supply, to produce, to distribute, to maintain the refinery and the utilization rate, and to supply energy for hospital, for every facilities industry in Romania. And I think that's a major achievement in this pandemic crisis. And we have put in place all the safety measures to make sure our employees in petrol station, in refinery, and in production were safe. And I think that's our first thing where we're very proud of our industry for that. Now, we know tough times are in front of us. The European Union is forecasting a 6% downturn economic in Romania. The International Labour Organization is forecasting 12 million job losses in Europe. Some of them will be in Romania. In this context, we are pleased to see that the government has taken some measures during the crisis in terms of technical unemployment support and in terms of helping also the employees impacted by the lockdown to go back to work and to give some support, financial support. Apparently, I have to watch here. In this context, I think it's good, but it's not enough. And I will highlight a few measures concerning the Labour Pact, but also investment. First of all, on investment. If we want the economy to recover in Romania, it's very important that private sectors are able to invest in Romania, because that doesn't need support from the government. What type of investment? And I will focus, of course, in my industry. There is a huge potential in Romania with the Black Sea. We can unblock resources. There is billions of euro of investment in the Black Sea. We are waiting for the legal framework. The government is mentioning that this legal framework will be discussed after the election. It means we are losing 1 year. We consider for such a vital investment for Romania, which will guarantee security of supply for long term, there should be a dialogue, a consensus between parties to unblock this investment now, not in 1 year time. We have already discovered these resources more than 10 years ago. Why to wait another year? We need these resources, we need this investment now. So that's our first point. In terms of the labor market, in this type of crisis, we see the examples where it work very well outside of Romania. For example, in Germany, the Kurzarbeit is a system we give flexibility for employees and employers. And we do recommend the government, through Concordia, association of a confederation like FPPG, where is member, we do recommend to introduce more flexibility in the labor market. Today, there is a dialogue initiated by the government with unions, with companies, but we are concerned that it's not moving ahead. I understand there are some unions are not pushing for any change on the Labour Pact, but we do think it's an issue for the economy. If some companies go bankrupt because they don't have this flexibility, it will mean more unemployment before the election, which is not a good thing for the election. And we do recommend the government to move ahead with these measures in terms of flexibility. The other point is digitalization. We are concerned that Romania is well behind in some sectors of digitalization. And we do not understand why. Who is against digitalization? Especially during this pandemic, we have seen the benefit of electronic signatures, for example. But we see that there is a potential, and there we are not moving ahead. There's a lack of ambitions on digitalization. In the oil and gas industry, we are still waiting for the digitalization and to put in the cloud the geological data, which will enable us to unblock some investment as well in Romania and to facilitate to be more efficient as an industry. I will take a very simple example as well. You know, during the pandemic and even today, you have people who are in self-isolation. For that, how the government is checking you, they come every day with a policeman, a car, coming to your place to check if you're at home. I will take an example very close to Romania. In Ukraine, you have an application on your phone, and with a digital way, they control that you are at home or at your hotel during this period. So no physical control, just a digital control. That's just an example to show that some countries in this crisis have reacted very fast in terms of digitalization. And the third, maybe the last point I want to highlight, is also important to prepare the future, to make sure between the education system and the economy, the companies, there is work together to make sure that the skills we are developing in education systems fit the labor market. And that's an important measures. We have worked with the government and with Concordia last year about the dual school system, where students can spend time in the companies and at school. I think it's very successful. We need to continue this type of schemes and to enhance the collaboration between companies and university to build the future, the skills we need for the futures.